and welcome to Diversity in the Community. I am so blessed to have this group of beautiful women with me here today. And my friend, when I first met her, I fell in love with her. Fell in love with her book. I bought it off of Amazon, and when I picked it up, I couldn't stop reading it because it really touched me. And this is Barbara McLean.
Yes.
Welcome, honey, to the program.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you. Truly appreciate the vision that you have for it. And definitely our last time I was here truly was inspiring. Thank you. And thank you for having me again. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You've been doing so many things since I've seen you last.
Yeah, but we spoke it into existence,
yes,
right?
Because I remember when after reading your book, and I said, man, I can just imagine that this is going to be on the big screen or something.
It's coming.
And then a few months later, you said, guess who's in my living room? A bunch of photographers. They're filming me.
Yes.
Your story is so wonderful. Beside what we're about to do right now, but you're doing some great things. You are inspiring women all over the place, and I am just so proud.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
To the audience, we're going to have some special guests that are going to come on and going to talk in a few minutes. But first, we want to talk. I'm going to ask Barbara a few questions. What inspired the creation of the She Rise project, and how does it connect to the mission I Am Woman Too?
So the She Rise project was inspired from a woman that I watched, who's a friend of mine actually, and she is here today. I watched her go through some life circumstances and rise through it, and despite the challenges that it was given her without her own consent, basically. And I admired that. I said women need to see or be inspired by her story. And I was like, she would make posts. She lived unapologetically. She has her own company. And I just kept seeing her rising. And I was like, you know what? I'm looking for a next theme of I Am Woman as we go into the 6th year. And I was looking for a theme, and she was the inspiration because I watched her rise through these life circumstances that sometimes would have taken women out or made them lay down and not be challenged. She didn't do that. She boldly came on social media, which she has a large following, and she was just honest and very transparent. As I was in Blessed Not Bitter, my memoir, that's the kind of stuff that raw, and she was raw about her life circumstances. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what? We're gonna name it She Rise. And before long, the aesthetics started coming. I was like, how do I want to put this together? I'm going to get a ladder. And some people were saying, oh, a ladder is about success. Well, it is successful to rise up. You have a choice. And when you make that choice to, I'm not going to succumb to what's happening in life. And I'm a She Rise.
Yes.
I'm a She Rise. Coming up from active addiction, having the ability to make a decision on what to do. Do I lay or do I rise? And I saw that. And that is one of I Am Woman's mission, to highlight women, telling their stories transparently, being transformative. She had an inspiring story, and I never even really got a chance to really discuss it with her when I came up with it, but then later on down the line, and she was going through her own, but the support that she had was amazing too. And as I went to one of her, there was a organization, that put on an event every year in the park, and because I had She Rise, I was like, I got to be a part of it, not only because she's my friend too, but I got to be a part of it. So I made my way, and I watched her friends, man, love on her. I watched her love on herself. Which is, sometimes it's very challenging. I know as a woman in long-term recovery, when I first like, oh man, I got a disease. Oh my God, like what am I going to do? Well, like you have choices to make. So I admired her choice and her strength, and that's what we need to see, the strength of a woman, and that's what I saw in her.
What I love about you, when you came on and talked about, go back a little bit to blessed, not bitter thing.
Yes.
It's not that you just, you found family, you found out, you got better, but you just didn't stop there.
Right.
You reached back and you got other people.
Yeah.
You could help, and that's what I love. So I want you to talk a little bit about before we go to the next question.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about you.
Mm.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
We're going to go to more, but I should have really started off with that.
It's okay.
Tell a little bit about your story and how you got to this
To this point?
Yeah, to this point.
Yeah. It's a road to resiliency. That's what I've been on. And finding my way back to me. And, it's a journey. I'm 64 now. And, I can't help but think about, my past and where I've come from and how I've come here. But the foundation of how I got here, I had to stop using drugs. And I'm just being honest. I come from a long lineage of women, strong Black women, right? Yeah. And I learned that 3 years ago, and I continue to learn it as I, be with my family. Yeah. And they give me the history, right? And their blood is running through my blood. When I made the decision to stop using drugs, everything started falling into place. Everything. What I was designed, who I was designed to be, started falling into place. So I'm already here of where I'm supposed to be, and I'm going to go further. When I made that U-turn, that's my past. I had to go through that.
Yes.
But that there was a catapult to help other people and help other women be inspired by my story too. And I didn't get here alone. The backs that I stand on, right? My ancestors, they're pulling me. They're pushing me. They're moving me forward. I come from a long lineage of women who did things. Substance abuse counselors, nurses, directors. I come from women who wanted something, and there's a large is the family of women more than men. So I stand on their backs, right? And I'm only cutting out I'm only moving in the steps that God want me to move in. And sometimes it's shaky and I don't know, like I'm afraid. I just keep moving forward, and everything that I come from a creative. My grandfather was a musician. He was a photographer as well. I come from writers. I have authors in my family, my biological. So this was all designed. It was already done. It was already done.
Yes.
I just needed to walk in it. Yes. But my first step was I needed to stop using drugs. And build from that foundation on, nothing else. And I always have to give thanks for not using drugs today. I went to a meeting today, so.
And like I said, the thing I love about you, you just didn't get on your feet and say, okay, I'm good now.
No.
You were like, I'm reaching back and grabbing whoever I can to help them and recognize them.
Yes.
And I really admire you about that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because I know I want to be seen. For so long I was in the back, and I'm still in the back in certain areas. I'm still sitting in the back of stuff. But women, we deserve to be seen and heard, and we're so powerful, and I rely on their resilience and their strengths, So I'm happy that God placed me in the you know, in a realm of women. You know, you could be with anybody in life. I could be with anybody, but the ones that like feed my soul
Yeah.
is the ones that I hang out with and learn from. You know, like the women here, they all teach me some things. And I didn't grow. I don't know none of these women. I just met them from here. You know, it's not like they've been in my life for a long time. Like last 5 years, maybe about 5 years. You know, but what we have built with each other, you know, like I'm happy.
Wonderful.
I'm happy.
Wonderful. I love it.
Yeah, they're a good soul.
Uh-huh.
You know. Yep.
All right. This year's theme is She Rise.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you and to the women featured in the project?
So the women featured in the project are women that I saw, you know, like reclaiming their lives, like just rising in everything that they do. Whether they have a business, nonprofit, rather they're parents, you know, they all reclaim their position in life, you know, and helping them to, you know, they have their story and it's a narrative. It's about a visual images that a visual effect that we show them in positive light all the time, you know, despite what's happening in their lives, you know, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you share a powerful or a memorable story from this year's She Rise campaign?
Yeah, so we have one woman, and many fit in that category, but there's one particular woman who shared about like her addiction and the abuse that she entailed in her life. And today, like she works in the realm of recovery, helping other women get clean, stay clean. Wow. So she reached back. She didn't forget where she came from. She had some time in jail, and when she came out, you know, she started her own following, her own business of, you know, I want to help other women who came through the same type of lifestyle I want to be there to help. I want to reach back and get them. So, yeah, and helping other women helped herself, you know, through staying clean and helping women get clean and get off the streets, get clean, have a place to stay, showing them resources, giving them resources so they can reclaim their life back and live the life that she's living, you know, so. Yeah, it was very powerful. And so these women, when they wrote their stories, like I got a chance to read them and connect with them through their stories. Some of the women I didn't even know because the nominations come through social media of a Google Doc, but they have to attach stories. And once the nominees are, you know, accept the nominations, you know, they write their own story as well.
Okay.
And yeah, some of these stories are, you know, like heartfelt, like you feel what they have went through and what they had to endure and how they rose up. And like you said, go back and get somebody. They went back, this woman went back and got people, pulling them up, you know, however it was to help them, whatever it took, you know, no whole bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. How can viewers support or get involved with the She Rise project and I Am Woman 2 mission moving forward?
Yeah. So with I Am Woman 2, you know, so we recently became a nonprofit in December of 2024. So how we could be supported always is about submissions. When you see 2026 is coming up, when you see the theme, and you know we're all over the internet we're on social media about it. That's where we find a lot of our candidates or participants. So you know, people nominating someone, we have a bank account now. They can make a donation to I Am Women
okay,
too. Like it's little steps that we take to shape and mold I Am Women too, through the nominations, through donations, but also telling a friend as well too. You know, we here for it all. I ain't gonna lie, we here for it all. And when you make a nomination and they are accepted into it, you know, bring a friend along. You know, tell somebody. When one person tells somebody, it just spreads. Did you hear about I Am Woman too? Do you see what they're doing now? You know, and it's no longer what Barbara's doing. What are we doing? So now, you know, we have a working board members. We have a few advisories, and we just want to keep it moving forward. Keep reaching as many as we can. So, yeah, I don't want to just keep saying about, you know, donations and stuff like that, but yeah, just keep spreading the word. Keep talking about it. Keep admiring the pictures that come on social media. Keep looking out for the next that we have planned. Like we have a magazine that we're looking to finish the creation of. We're going into the 7th year, so we're looking to have a gala, you know, and on social media we're all over. So. Yeah. When you see us, tag us, and when we show a photo, take the photo and post it and talk about the photo, talk about the person, especially if they're a friend. And if you have a friend and they fit into the theme, please nominate them. You know, because the information is usually right up front, and you can see it. And we're open books, so you could always email me. Hey, what's the theme? You know, we're working up the theme this year now, and a few of us have gotten together, and we just don't want to say what it is yet because the board really needs to vote on it. But there's many ways that She-Ra or I Am Woman too could be supported. You know, and of course, just always give us some prayers and love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that always works.
What I loved about you as a photographer, the way you captured, and you took all those pictures, right?
Yes.
The way you captured the women in the photos was just beautiful. And
Thank
and
you.
the colors, I call myself go wear white because I saw y'all with white. Then nobody comes tonight with white.
We all colorful. Look at us.
But the way you captured the ladies with the white, it was just so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I really love it. It just stood out. And you're a phenomenal photographer.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So y'all hear that out? She's a phenomenal.
Yeah. Keep growing in my. I'm still growing in my craft, and I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. You know, I've had my own photography business for the last probably about 5-6 years as well, but I think I'm really soaking into it now and really getting into learning the poses and having the connection is made before the camera, before you even click. The connection is made. So having a studio and having them come and we sit and we talk and we vibe in the studio before they even, have an office and a studio. So before they even get to the studio, like we talk in the office part, so make them feel comfortable when they get in. And I'm learning how to give better directions, so I'm getting better in the crafts and it's showing in in the pictures. Yeah. And then, I never want to take anything away from them. They come ready. They know they know that they're going to be photographed. Like they come with their makeup and everything. And I love that. Like, listen, I had a couple the other day because I'm doing a new project called The Voices of Out to honor storytelling through for the LBGT community and allies as well, and rolling that out for Pride Month in June. And so I got participants to come in, and this couple here, they came with their makeup, they had their ring lights and everything. They was like, the pictures came out so fabulous. But I love when a client comes in ready, and Right? Yeah, yeah, they came in. And I've had the pleasure of all of them, just not for the She Rise, but all of them are the women that are going to come up and speak. They are all of I Am Women. They are alumni. All of them are alumni, different years, different themes, and they just work it out. We get comfortable, we just work it out, and the white was part of like. And you know what? The women were not hesitant about the white. Then no one fussed about it. I just asked, I said, well, can you wear white? And they were like, okay.
That's a beautiful choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it popped. It made everything pop, and it's part of rising. Like a phoenix. The celebration was beautiful. Like we had pins. We had a pinning service. Ceremony, and it was a young girl there, and she was a friend of just the granddaughter of one of my friends. And I was like, you know what? Because I want to start attracting the younger, the teenage, the young girls, right? And I asked her, would you be the one to pin do the pinning for the ceremony, right? Just to get an introduction, because things are aligned, and they come sometime just by something like that, just making the choice of asking, hey, do you mind? And she was like, no, I don't mind.
Wow.
That might be the catapult to bring forward the younger generation.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's all in alignment.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm so excited to the audience that we're going to have some of the ladies to come up and tell about their experience. And I can't wait for them to come up and tell you how they felt about being a part of this program. And I'm going to let Barbara call them up.
Yeah, thank you.
One at a time, they're going to come up and just tell you how they experienced, how they felt, the whole bit. So at this time, Barbara, you can introduce them.
Yes, thank you so much. So first up, we'll have Devin. Yes.
Welcome, Devin.
Come on, Devin. Uh-oh. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just tell us about how you fit. Or you can tell if you want to.
Yeah, just tell your experience.
Yeah.
Like when you first got that when you got the nomination letter. And
So when I
email.
first got that email, it was kind of shocking to me. Only because I didn't think I was that special, really, like phenomenal. And being trans in this community now is starting to get scary. So just being recognized alone in that was very uplifting and special. And it just goes to show that living your authentic self, your authentic truth, has an impact on people, and they are inspired.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Devin. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you. So Devin and I met in church, actually.
Wonderful.
We shared the same pastor and the church home,
Yeah.
And I was honored that she was nominated, the person who nominated her. I was honored to see it come through, and I was like, yes. I was going to nominate her, but I can't keep nominating everybody. Like, I need to draw in the community as well, and that's the one thing about I Am Women, too, is it's a community involvement, and that's how we grow. It's like a garden. Everybody got a little hand in the garden, and that's how we grow. That's how She Rise, right?
Yes.
So I was honored, Devin, that you accepted the nomination. And Devin, I want to say Devin was my first, she was the first candidate in the studio.
All
Yeah,
right.
and like she brought it. You saw her photo. Her photo was beautiful,
Yes,
right?
it was.
Yeah.
They did come out really good, the photos.
And that's another thing too, because Devin was comfortable, like. I think when she first walked in, she was a little nervous because I don't think you didn't really know what to expect.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what door I was walking into. But Barbara, as soon as you walk in there, she makes you feel comfortable and like so relaxed, the environment's
yeah.
so like open and
Yeah.
just be you.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah. So I was honored, and we got some really good shots, and we were able to take I think we took like 6 shots, but 3 of them, because we have the creative designer Tara Keys of Creative Influence, who does the graphics for us, and she was like, "Listen, don't just get 1 picture. You need 3 or 4." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get 3 or 4." But it's hard to just click 3 or 4, so you gotta click 10 to get 3 or 4, because I'm good, but I ain't really that good yet. But thank you so much, Devin. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, absolutely. And Devin is part of my next project as well. And so
Wonderful.
and she brought it this time too. This I showed her. I just had to show her because I had to show it off before I put it on social media. So I just want to show her.
So Devin, what kind of feedback did you, when family or friends saw you and saw the program, what kind of feedback did you get?
Actually, they're very supportive.
Wonderful.
And they're loving the whole I Am Woman Too.
Oh, wonderful.
I actually had some people start following the page.
Nice.
So hopefully we can get it rolling.
Yeah, so see, that's how people support the nominees. Now that they are alumni, they have a whole following. So thank you so much. I'm glad that your followers are following us. Yeah. Because that means that they believe in the project.
Right.
You just ain't following. Today we ain't just doing anything.
Right.
There's some inspiration there. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Devin.
Of course.
And who's our next one to come up?
So our next one to come up. Oh, okay, thanks, Devin. Well, let's see.
We got some beautiful faces.
I know, and they all turning away. They looking at one another, They're like, "Don't call me, don't call me." But you're gonna be called. Come on, Larice.
Hi, nice to meet you. Wonderful part, wonderful.
I love you.
Oh,
So Larice was the model.
okay.
I was like, Larice, listen. I got the ladder. I got this. Can you come to the studio and wear a white outfit? She was like, okay. Larice is an alumni from 2022?
Yes.
2022. She is from the theme of
Rosie.
We got this.
Okay.
And it depicts Rosie the Riveter.
Okay.
And her picture, it was all character. I sent it to you. All her character was in that picture, and everybody just ate it up, man. She came with the green, which is her signature look. It was amazing, but I was happy. And she's been a part of I Am Woman from the beginning, right? Yeah. So tell your experience of the She
So
Rise.
when I did Rosie, and then I'll get to She Rise. When I did Rosie, I didn't know what to expect either. And when I went in there, I felt like a supermodel. I was like, yes, face, smile. I ain't never had it. I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna be in a photo shoot again, so let me get all the experience. And so when she
See a
called
character?
me,
This was in the studio. I
so
love
when
it.
she called me to help her with her visual of She Rise and how she was honoring one of our sisters in her struggle, of course I was going to do it, I was like, if you need me to come back because we're going to use something else, then, hey, change the color, whatever, I'm for it because we're going to get this right. And then Barbara was so nice to ask me to be on her advisory board. I was like super amped for that. And like she said, the most important thing is to spread the word about I Am Woman Too. Follow I Am Woman Too on all social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I believe Barbara has a LinkedIn. She's an exceptional photographer. She's my professional photographer.
Yes.
When I become rich and famous, she will come with me. When she becomes rich and famous, I will still model for her.
Yes.
And
That's how it works.
keep the sisterhood alive.
Yeah.
And so when I nominated my best friend Tracy Bernardi Guzman because she spent 23 years in prison and 7 years inside segregation. And when she came home, she was barren, like she couldn't have children. But she met her husband, and he had 5 kids. 3 younger kids was with him at the time, so she helped him raise his 3 younger kids.
Wow.
And I thought, you know, regardless of who you are and where you come from, you can rise above
Yes.
any
Yes.
circumstance and
Yes.
shine like a star.
Yes.
And that's what She Rise was about.
Wow.
And I was grateful to be part of the project.
I appreciate you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Also, Larice helped with the paperwork. Remember you came to
Yes,
the
I
studio?
helped you, yes, with
Yeah,
the
she helped.
nonprofit
She helped me with the nonprofit paperwork. So
That is wonderful.
it's beautiful to have a sisterhood, and when we believe in one another, we'll help more with one another. And it was like no hesitation. You know, I was like, I don't know how. Well, I do, and I'll help you. Okay, come to the studio.
Wonderful.
Plain and simple, just like that. And
I could see that in her when she came.
yes,
That's beautiful.
yes.
That's
Thank
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much, Larice.
Thank you for
I
having
love
me.
you. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, let's clap. Let's clap. Come on, Tara. I know you're ready. Oh, you didn't want to go now? You want to go now? Come on, Tara.
Come on, sweetheart.
Yes. And show off that I Am Woman T-shirt. Cut it out. We have apparel. These are our brand colors, if you have noticed. See the brand color? Look. Bow. Yeah. And Zima helped with the brand colors too. Yeah, she was part of that process.
Hello.
Hello, Tara.
3 is my lucky number, so I guess I have to be 3.
Okay, there you go.
Yes. So, Barb, when you asked me to join for today for the podcast, I was excited.
I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
This is what I got to deal with.
It's okay. It's okay.
Things happen. Life happens.
Yeah. You good. Okay, huh?
So,
Yeah.
of course, that would happen during my time, though. But I was excited when you asked me to come onto the show because being a part of I Am Women 2 is very special to me.
Yeah.
I play a lot of parts for Barb. And
And
this
that's my
year-
name, Barb.
Barb, yes. This year, I actually was nominated, and I didn't know by who or why. You know, every year I assist with the process of either helping nominate people. I do the graphics for I Am Women each year, and it's special to me each year. Because I do the graphics, my own personal business, which I do, is public relations. And what I do is I have a gift of finding out and investigating who people really are.
Yeah.
So when they submit their stories, I read each and every one. So before she even gives me the picture, I have either their bio or the write-up of why they were nominated. And each story, it just brings either joy to your heart, tears, and like you look at what people have gone through.
Yeah.
But then there's also those people that are nominated, and sometimes people can't find the words. They just know they love them. Oh, she just deserves it. And people literally
Say
submit,
that.
she deserves it, and she's my neighbor, and I love her. And without Barb's, I just go and I investigate who that person is. I look up their social media. I find out if anybody I know knows them. And I create the story that the other person couldn't for them.
Wow.
And that brings me joy so that by the time that they're looking at the end result of what we provide in the photo and whatever we come up with creatively each year, when they see their self and they read about their self, they're shocked. And that brings me joy.
Wow.
So I love being part of that. That part gives me, you just don't know, it gives me joy. I'm definitely a people person. I love for people to feel amazing about themselves, and I love for people to be seen. I love to be seen. My affirmation used to be giving, and now my affirmation, I said that backwards. My love language used to be, giving,
Yeah.
Giving was my thing. But now I love affirmations. I love being told, you're beautiful, you're good at what you do. And I like to give that to other people, And so I'm a long-winded talker, so I'm going to end this soon. But besides being the creative force, I'm also on the advisory board with Barb, and the fact that she chose me to make decisions with the rest of the advisory board I love it. I love it, and she knows I have every piece of love, appreciation for her craft and for what this project means. And she's been doing it for 6 years. I've been with her for 5 years. I'm every bit of it. It amazed me. And then this year, being on the end of receiving the award, I was so humbled. Like I wanted to be last. Like just now, I didn't want to talk first, because I like to see everybody else, enjoy. But it was, and this is the pin. I got pinned.
Yeah.
That was really special.
So it's a phoenix.
It's a phoenix, and it has meaning to it.
Yes. So the meaning to the phoenix about rising through the ashes, but also so with I Am Woman too. It's very intentional on a lot of levels.
Okay.
So I am a graduate of the Phoenix House Foundation, which is a drug rehab out of New York City.
Okay.
And I spent 2 years there, 18 months in-house, and then the rest of 8 or 7 months, however, out in the community. So every day we had a anthem, lack of a better word, that we had to recite, and we had to know it every morning. Okay. And Phoenix House Foundation helped to give me back my life. From hardship of addiction. So and they talked about Phoenix House, the bird, the mythical bird, rising through the ashes, and that was part of our saying. And it was long. It was like a whole 3 paragraphs that we would have to say every morning, without a doubt. And if you didn't know how to say it, you would sit on the sideline.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I found these pins off of Temu, right? I'm not gonna lie, it's okay, right? It just that's in alignment with me. And I thought that was a thing from God, because nothing just happens, I swear.
Exactly.
Nothing just happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, so when God gives the spirit of, I think you should get the pins, look for pins. It's like, okay. And then I look for the pins, and I found this.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, and I had read some poetry too one time, and I think it was through Enzima, something that she might have created, and it talked about the phoenix, and I was like, wow, we're gonna get them some pins and let it be a pinning service, and when a phoenix rise above, man, it's beautiful. So I'm glad that and even though it was for She Rise, but it might be a signature now. We might make it a signature of I Am Woman. I think that it should be, because it is a part of me and my life. It is.
And it was fitting that I wore the marketing.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh man, thank you.
Thank you, Barb.
Thank you. I was happy to see, because finally, she's been with us for 5 years, and finally someone nominated. I didn't want to be the person, and I have a tendency of calling, listen, can you nominate? But I didn't have to. Somebody saw it, and somebody read the description of what She Rise theme was about, and found that Tara Keys fit in it. So when I seen it come through, I was like, yes, boy, yeah. So thank you, Tara. I listen, man. We sat up one night, me, Tara, and Enzima, for about 3 hours trying to get our banner together. And Tara Nzima too, but Tara would not let up. She was like, wait, I got it. And we were going through, this is not it. We were going through different themes, different pictures, and who would be complimentary. So I didn't bring the banner, but we have a beautiful banner with 5 people from 2020 all the way to 2025. And the way she designed it, yep, it was perfect. You know, it had to be the way the person was situated, the poses. We
all
found.
had an aha moment after 3 hours. I was like, nope, just wait till I show y'all this one. I ain't about to show y'all. As soon as I turned it around on the screen, it was like, yes. It finally worked out. Before I go, because I just wanted to say this, is that the relationship that me and Barb have when she takes the pictures in the studio, the fact that she hands it over to me and just gives me the creative, she never tells me no, or like this one time that you might have said, I don't like that, and we didn't really agree, but whatever, but it did work out, and she lets me just do me.
Yeah, the free
she lets
will.
me be creative and work on it, and I love that. And the first year, I just want to put this part, which is to show our growth and how we give grace. Yeah. The first year, she knows, she lets me do stuff, but then she will wheel me in because the first year, she was like, okay, because it's always been weird, let's try to find one woman per day for the month. Yeah. So most of the time we shoot in April, or whatever. So it's usually 31 women max, right? Mm-hmm. The first year, she goes, Tara, come on, we gotta get these women in, a lot of people, let's go. And I had on the list 100 women. And 76, I think, showed up. And by the second day, we had to do it in 2 days. I think the second day, Barb wanted to take me out. But it showed the fact that we can get this many women in. Yes, and we're more reserved now. Yes. We stick to the 31. Yes. It's a hard number. Yes. But I just want to say that, sometimes she knows I'll go overboard. But I really do appreciate it, and thank you for letting me be part of I Am Woman.
Listen, when I had to learn how to trust, and that's what it was. Yeah. I trust her eye, but also I trust her heart, and I know her heart is in I Am Woman. Yeah. So when you know that, and I know it in my heart, that her heart is in it, yes, I go ahead and do your thing. Yeah. We complement one another, and I love that. I love that because I don't have that gift with that creativity, not like she has it, right? But our eyes are somewhat alike, So when she designs something, when she designs the image, I feel it, and I know the love that she put in. I can tell, nah, Tara, you ain't put the sauce on it, baby. Right. I can tell. Right. But when that sauce goes on it, you can't say no. It's like, yes, that's it, and she's not a cookie cutter. Then that's what I like. Each year that we come up with the theme, the graphic parts really fit in, and it complements the whole picture. So it's more than just the image. It's everything. It's everything. It's like making soup. You got to put all good seasoning in, and she's like the heavy ingredient in there. So I appreciate everything that she does.
Much. Yeah. Thank you, ladies. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Pow, pow. Who's next? Let's go, Nzima. You gotta call her strong. Come on, Nzima.
Thank you, Harris. Thank you.
The rabbit hole.
Okay, so.
She got the butterflies, so she'll be.
It's my thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, Nzima. Thank you so much. So Nzima is I Am Woman 2 alumni. She is 2023.
2023.
The Women Who Pour.
Women Who Pour, and
oh yeah,
I was
you
nominated
twice.
It was for
she's the 76 women.
So Women Who Pour, I wore the yellow crown, and before that I was part of the branding.
Okay.
where folks, embody either their business or their personalities, and it was my first time meeting Barbara in person. Like, we was connected through social media,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I showed up, and I came with my quill, and I came nervous because I never had like professional photos before, and I brought all this stuff, and it was just like, relax. And so I said, okay. And I was excited to be part of I Am Woman 2 in the capacity that I'm in. I'm humbled and honored, and I get to actually go down my rabbit hole with
Yeah. Yes.
I Am Woman 2, which I have an eclectic mind and personality, which I'm all over the place. And she allows for that. When I accepted the nomination to participate with I Am Woman 2, I have to say I was so honored and humbled, and I think I called everybody and told everybody that I was getting an award and and everything, and I was all over it. And she had asked me to do a poem, and I was like, oh my God, I get to do a poem, I get to wear a crown, and I and so I mean I was so all over everything. And it was really emotional for me because she
Yeah.
paid attention to details. She knew who I was. She knew, she's like, look, I have the exact color flowers you need. I picked these out. This is for you. And she made me feel comfortable when I was nervous.
Yes, yeah.
And the She Rise project was emotional for me as well.
Yeah.
We both was like, I'm nominated. And we was fighting over our nominating the person we wanted nominated. I said, well, I guess we have to nominate the same person,
Yes.
And so authenticity is what I see. So Barbara called me. She said, I'm working on my mission statement, and you're the woman with the words and things. And so I said, let's talk about this. And then I told her what I saw. I told her I saw her making an impact
Yes.
with positive imagery.
Yes.
And that she's a visual storyteller. That she could do anything, she could have chose to do anything with her craft. This could have been independent, money-making, but no, it is beyond a give back.
Yes.
Although all through the years that I've watched and have the opportunity to be a part of it, the rabbit hole that she allowed me to play in with the I Am Woman 2 was to participate as a board member. So I'm a treasurer. I was like, I don't know if I want to be that part, though, because I wasn't, in my mind, I was like, numbers? I don't know. I am the other lady, right? But Labor of Love
Yeah.
was 1 year that I was really powerfully impacted because I felt like if I had my daughter was alive, that I would have been probably one of the mothers with a child with needs and things like that.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I was calling her different times of the day. I was online shopping, and she's like, you're going to have to stop. And I kept going and going and going and going. But it was the mission, the mission that everybody spoke to before me.
Yes.
Being a team player,
Yeah.
the strength that Tara has, and graphic designer, and
Yeah.
she has a strong ideation. The women with, if it's catering or showing up in the capacity of knowing what you need to do for nonprofit, being in alignment, speaking, being a voice of people, that is oftentimes excluded, but to empower them and give them their wings. And so I felt real special. So I am the I Am Woman 2 treasurer and assistant and poet. And I told her, I said, look, you don't have to ever call me and tell me you need something. I'm just going to show up. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
The women that show up You know, um, it's definitely about quality. The theme is fitting. It's not about quantity. They show up and you know why. The stories that I watch women cry. Women will get up and they would speak. Women who have never spoken before or had the opportunity, they would get up and they'll be trembling. And I'm like, I don't know if my poem gonna work out because now I'm all emotional and inside and I want to switch it up, do something different. I wish I could sing. I can't sing like you could sing. And so
Yeah.
it's been a journey.
Yeah, a wonderful journey. And Zima is good with the aesthetics, with designing, a table, and she compliments I Am Woman too. She sends, like, you're going to get a package from Amazon. Like, okay. And it's the tablecloths. And, and it's the frills that go on the table, and she just complements that area, just makes it so beautiful, and the aesthetics just brings it out. Like when the women entered the room for the She Rise celebration, like their table was beautifully put together, and and Zima had sent the tablecloths, and then I think she sent something else, and then she told me she had sent these other something, I don't know, some other little, and the colors.
Yeah.
So, like behind the scenes, stuff that's working. Like she might have texted me 3 a.m. You're going to get a package in the morning from Amazon. I'll open it up. Let me see the colors so we can make sure that it goes right with your brand colors. I remember we went to the paint store. We literally got the samples to does this look good together? It's the behind the scenes things that people do not see, but it's the passion that everyone who's involved with I Am Woman too, it's the passion that keeps you like, yes, of course I want you on the board. And I want women, the women that, and I can't just keep saying, I want you to be on the board. Now I got to take it to the board because I have a board and I can't make decisions by myself any longer, which is really good because it relinquished my control, it relinquished my trust. Like now I welcome others to help grow, right? So I need other people. But yes, and each person, brings about something different, and that's what you want. So she brings about not only just the writing part, getting the words together, because she drafts up she's the woman with the words. She drafts up the Google Doc information and the theme, and like once we get the theme, okay, well we need the words. How are we going to put it together? And then Zima comes with that, and I'm very, very proud of that.
You're just blessed. That's a blessing.
It is, because you just don't get it like that, So I know that I'm blessed, and and then Zima, she helped me write my book. She was my content manager for Blessed Not Bitter, the Barbara McLean journey. So we're on the journey together, and that just so to have her as the treasure on I Am Woman too is just a compliment of who she is. She helped me with mine, with my book, making it a bestseller, and that takes time and that takes love, people pouring into you, and so I have to pour into others, and I have to go back because somebody's pouring into me. I got to go back and bring other people forward, because I got women who are standing beside me, who's pulling me like, listen. Yeah, so thank you, Nzima. I appreciate everything that you do. Thank you.
She needs to be nominated. I think everybody should need to be nominated.
1 year, right? 1 year.
I have to say, Barbara gives the community. She steps into a lot of different arenas, and she's behind the scenes. She's in the front, side, back of different people and different organizations. So much so that the town of Middletown and a college. She is going to graduate. She's going to graduate, and because of her give, being an ambassador, being of service. And I told her the other day when she wanted to bring, she was telling me, oh, I'm going to bring this along, bring this along. I said, well, you know what? I think we want to celebrate you. Because oftentimes we don't have that, And I told her it's about sometimes the reciprocation of, the give. We always we give this way, right? I said, could you imagine you trying to give someone a kiss and one person have a closed mouth, another person trying to give like a French kiss or like, and how awkward that would be after time.
Yeah.
So it's nice to give that,
Yeah.
that give
That give, yeah.
to, out and to receive it. And if receiving it means a thank you or a gratitude or something like that, but just to be honored in spaces that she has been honored. I said, you're touching everything. It's turning into gold. Everywhere I look, it's just turning into gold. It's because
Teresa said it.
you're
Yeah,
doing it with
Teresa.
passion, not expecting anything.
That's what I said.
And so she's rising. She's on her own ladder. So I just want to say,
Thank you.
You rising.
I rise it.
You rising. Thank you. And my experience with this whole
Thank
thing has
you.
been beautiful.
I appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yeah. So the woman who inspired She Rise is here. Yeah. So we have Hillary. Yeah. Who only drinks Fiji water. I love you so much. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay.
All right. She wore the right T-shirt. I am my priority, right?
Always first and foremost.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Y'all, God gave me like an hour with my voice. And
Okay.
It's right there. But I am a 2021 recipient
Yeah.
of I Am Woman, as well as 2025. So Barb,
That's right.
thank you.
No, thank you.
I'm going to go back a little ways. So I always tell this story. When I met Barb, it was 2019, 100 Color of Women. That's the year that I got nominated.
Yes.
And there was this person that was following me all around the room. I have pictures to prove it. Barb was on my coattail the entire night. And I was like, who are you? Where did you come from? But Barb,
Yes.
we've known each other for 6 years.
6 years.
And we've been friends ever since.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I've watched you grow.
Thank you.
I've watched you take your, I wouldn't say talent, what you were meant to do, your purpose, and you've blossomed. So I am very appreciative to be in your presence.
Thank you.
And to have witnessed that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
So
Thank you. Thank you for being who you are as a woman, Hillary, and the admiration that I have for you. Just watching you. Like I want you to know that I see you. I
Aw,
see you.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and because I saw the strength in you. That's what I saw. I saw the like you were inspiring other women. Through your transformation and through every challenge that you were hit with, you were showing us like, yeah, I'm here. Yep, I'm dealing with this, but listen, I'm rising through it too. Even when you were laying down, even when you didn't feel well.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I know
It
your
took
last.
me a minute to, Barb must reach out to me several times, and I did not answer her. I don't feel like I was in a place where I was rising to anything other than just trying to get better. I didn't look at it as I was rising to anything, I guess, in my mind. But I could see where you took that and you transformed it into the purpose that became this big grand, right?
Right.
And I tell people I am authentically transparent and unapologetic about it because I truly believe that, no matter what we're going through, I know I'm not the only one going through it. And with that being said, I like people to realize that we can all be there to support each other, even in the smallest way. And my breast cancer diagnosis was a very, I really found out I have a village. My village is I like to say bigger than this world. It really is. I am loved. I am truly, truly loved, and I'm blessed by it. Right? The amount of people that reached out and said anything you need, even though I didn't need much, anything you need. You know, there were times when, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't eat, and people were like, okay, so they cashed at me, and I was able to get something to eat. But I was just loved in that moment of my breast cancer journey, and I'm grateful to say I'm almost over the hump of my diagnosis, but there's still some things that are like in my way, like, you know, my health for right now. I have a sinus infection, so I'm not feeling well. I'm going through immunotherapy, so it's like, oh my God. But I try not to complain, because who am I to complain when there's people that's not waking up? Who am I to complain when there are people that are less fortunate than me? Who am I to complain when somebody's losing someone every single day? I'm still here. So I do my best to wake up and rise.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
yes.
I had to look at it in that sense.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for you giving me the opportunity and the gift and the blessing to rise.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had something on my brain and it just like completely went out.
Yeah, I get that too. That brain fog.
That brain fog. Yeah, I had something for you. Yeah, but anyway, I don't want to stay stuck there because it's just not coming right back. But again, I appreciate you. I appreciate you and being a sister in a sisterhood. You know, yep. And then, you know, not only, you know, when I first met you at the I Am Woman thing, but then, you know, we became a cohort in another sisterhood.
Right.
And, you know, to keep our friendship going.
Well, do you know how we became a cohort in that other sisterhood? They needed a photographer.
Yeah, I know.
And
yeah.
I said,
yeah, Barbara. Right. And I've always, I always admired that you will support me in my photography. Just like always. Thank you.
I support you regardless.
Yes.
Barb.
Yeah.
You're not just my friend. You're my sister.
Yes.
So,
and
yeah.
that's a beautiful thing to have a friendship. You know, like I wasn't born and raised here. I'm an older woman. You just don't get friends. You know, like after 50, like, come on. You come with your friends.
Right.
But to be in another state and be over, so, I mean, I'm 64, so I had to meet you when I was 50-something, right? Late 50s? 59, right.
Right.
You just don't meet friends and,
right.
you know, get friendships like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's powerful in itself. Yeah. And to get into a sisterhood at 50-something years old. I came to Connecticut with my sisterhoods from kindergarten. And I know what it is to have long-term friendships. Right. And even from jail, even from rehab, I still have my friends from there as well. And then, you know, you come to a new state and then you meet all these other women outside of the program of my 12-step program. I got a whole new sisterhood, you know, and women who I'm aligned with who have their own businesses, who have their followers, who teach me how to run a business. Yeah. You know, I didn't just come here, like, I followed some of them and what they do, you know, and be part of their sisterhood, and then their sisterhood become part of mine before you know it. Hey,
Well,
and also,
women empower women.
Yes,
Point
we
blank.
do, point blank. And Hillary, with her food business, tell me the name again, I'm
Honeybees
sorry.
Catering.
Honeybees Catering, she has blessed us with her catering skills for 2 or 3 of the Iron Women. You know, I think this year I just didn't ask because she was, you know, a part of it. So you don't want to, like, I don't want to drain her. Like, yeah, I want you to be I want you to come to the studio, and then I want you to make the sandwiches. You know, I love the jerk tuna is like my favorite.
I shouldn't feel too bad. It's like, come to my birthday party, but I also want you to.
Yeah. You know what?
I
Matter
hope
of fact,
you enjoyed your
I mean, you
table at your birthday party, because that table was gone.
I should have asked for some jerk tuna. I don't know what I was thinking about. Yeah, man.
This is what's so beautiful, though, that women can get together and form relationships, special relationships, and this is what I see in all of this. Even I'm thinking about Hillary. Even when she was going through all of the things she was going through, she'd always send me a positive message in the morning. You know, Mama, have a good day. Mama, she always something positive.
Yes.
And Barbara, you have brought all of these women together, and I hope you know how special this is.
Yeah.
You just didn't take your past, go through what you went through, and just went forward. You were like I said, you reaching
Yes.
back and you're pulling
Yes.
other
Well, that's the
people.
Sankofa,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And Hillary just didn't go through what she went through, even though she was going through. She's still sending out
Right.
positive messages, and everybody that has come up, it's just so special to see a bunch of women to get together, to make things happen, to reach back and pull other women
Yes.
out.
Yes.
You know, so
Yep.
it's a very special. special
And that's
thing
what
have
we
going
all,
here.
and that's what we all right here. Yep. That's what we all possess, all of us. Yeah. Yeah, that's the common thread.
Yeah.
Sewn together like a good quilt.
Yeah.
Right?
And I know that we probably could sit here and
I
I'm
know.
loving it. I know we could probably sit here and talk all night.
Yeah.
But I really feel blessed by having you guys come on the program to inspire other people, inspire younger people, older people, or whatever.
Yes.
Because you're doing a really, really wonderful work. Was there anything else you wanted to say, sweetheart?
No, actually, God gave me like that many minutes. So
Thank you, God.
There's my voice. It's gone.
Okay.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too, Hillary. Thank you. Yep.
You always have me here.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know I came out just for you, right?
I know. I appreciate that.
I didn't have nothing to do with it.
That's, you know what? Yeah, so that was another part because, and I think that's what I wanted to say because I know a couple of days ago she wasn't really feeling well. You know, as in the sisterhood, we keep up with one another. Rather we talk to Hillary every day or not, but somebody in the circle going, no, listen, Hillary's not feeling well. And I think I got that message the other day. So it's even more of a tighter hug, a tighter thanks, like you rose through, you still rising. You know, it wasn't just from that day or being nominated or nothing like that. You still rising. You showed up today. Not feeling, look.
Yeah.
Come on, God. Thank you.
So, Barb, I want to say to you, when we go through things in life, and you were like, Lord, why me? Why did this have to happen? But there's a plan, there's a purpose in his plan.
Come on.
And if you had not gone through what you had gone through, if your life hadn't been, you wouldn't have been able to reach out to all of these women to tell your story, to change lives. So I am so proud. I mean, from the first day that I met you and talked to you and had read your story, I was so inspired and was telling everybody else about it. So I am so proud. I'm so proud of the people that came on the program, that took the time to come, and just all the stuff that you're doing. And I'm looking forward to all of the things that are going to happen in the future with this.
That's right.
With the younger women, maybe I'll bring some old ladies. You know, like
that is something that I want to do.
hint, hint.
Older women that are still like thriving in life.
Yeah.
You know, I got an 80-year-old aunt who just came off of a whole 20-day cruise, like
Yes.
still traveling.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here we are, and I don't know how old you are, but look,
70.
you're 70.
Proud to
They're proud to be, right?
Yeah.
A singer on stage, competitions, you know, like showing up.
Yeah,
You
showing
know?
up.
Yes, that is one of the I Am Women to agenda, to start looking at the older women as well, because we need you.
And so look what you started. Look what you started.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I just want to say that I am,
I'd be honored to have you in the studio. We'll just make a theme out for you.
from the first time that I met you, like we just clicked.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to come out. Thank you so much for all the things that you've created for women. And thank all of our guests for coming
yes,
up and
thank
telling
you.
them about their experience. I just
Yes.
love meeting everybody. And so I just thank you for coming on the program. Is there any last words you want to say? You want to look into?
Oh, yeah. So thank you for watching this. I don't know how. Keep spreading the word about I Am Woman too. Keep on the lookout. We are on all platforms. And if you can't find I Am Woman too, just look for Barbreezy McLean, or just look for Barbara McLean. And wherever I Am Woman too is there as well. So, and thank you. Thank you for the support and the love. And let's keep moving forward. There's a whole vision with this. Thank you.
And there you have it. We have the ladies. I thank them for coming in tonight.
Yes.
And I think, listen, when you guys see this, please share it, because we tend to share things that are negative, but we want to share this. It's so positive, and I hope you enjoyed everyone that I'm sure you did. I don't have any question about that.
Yeah.
But I thank you all for watching. Continue to watch, continue to share, and we're looking forward to the next big event. So thank you so much, and have a good day or night or whenever you watch this.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you for watching. All right.